Well, hello there folks and welcome back to the Whisky Friend. It's a special day today folks. Yes, I'm going to bring back the Whisky Battles. It's been a while since I've done one. I'm going to make a more regular thing of it this year. I've got that many whiskies to go head to head at the minute. I'm going to try and do them one up against the other, try and see if I can pick a winner, which one. I get lots of people asking me, what should I buy the Lagavulin 8, should I buy the Ardbeg 8, should I buy the Ben Nevis 8. So hopefully this gives some clarity and hopefully what my kind of choices are. And all it is guys, it's just my opinion. So I'm looking forward to battling these two today. Like to see them go slog for slog, punch for punch, nose for nose, taste for taste, finish for finish, as it was speak. So yeah, I've got the Ardbeg 8 for discussion. I've been sitting on it for a few months now, so I thought it's time I got this one out into the domain, give my thoughts on it, and I'm going to tackle it against the Lagavulin 8, which makes sense. One's 50.8%, which is the Ardbeg, and the Lagavulin's coming in at 48%. So yeah, so two big Islay whiskies, so we'll do an Islay battle today. I've had them covered up guys with Whisky Friend coins. I've got number 1 on the Ardbeg, which brand new Whisky Friend coins guys. It's a Down the Hatch and Whisky Battles coin. So I've just took delivery of them guys, so they're all readily available. I will pop some links into the description if you want to purchase some Whisky Friend coins. If you already purchased Whisky Friend coins batch 1 and batch 2, your numbers will be reserved until you ring me up and drop me a note and let me know that you don't want them. If you're happy to get them, just drop me a link and I'll get them out to you as soon as you can. But yeah, I've got number 2 on the Lagavulin Whisky Battle coin there. Really, real nice. Down the Hatch. Pleasures in the sharing as always. So yeah, looking forward to getting these out to people. So, link in the description. So yeah, where are we going to start? We'll start with the Ardbeg, I'll start with the Lagavulin. Let's start with the Lagavulin, I have it here. Got number 2 coin on that one. On the nose. Okay. This Lagavulin was out in 2016. It was brought out as a special edition to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Lagavulin. Pleased to see they've kept it on as part of it. It's now become part of the core range. £50 a bottle, thereabouts, around about £50. Nose, it's very sweet, but at the same time it's smoky. Big citrus nose on it. It's zesty, it's vibrant. Lots of green fruit, lots of green apple, maybe some green grape. It's still sweet, that kind of honey, sweet vanilla. But at the same time the smoke's there, the campfire, the bonfire, the wood smoke, the tarmac, the soot, it's all there, but it's all beautifully integrated. So it's a wonderful piece of work by Lagavulin. But yeah, real nice. Colour's wonderful, real light. It's almost like a white wine. So that's a great nose. Let's see how the Ardbeg looks. The Ardbeg, to be fair, looks a little bit darker in colour, just a touch. I think there's a wee bit more sherry in that one. I think this is a combination of ex-American oak bourbon barrels and ex-sherry casks, refills, bourbon barrels and refill sherry casks. 50.8% ABV. Yeah, both got age statements. Non-chill filters on the bottom. None of them mention anything about colour, but I'm pretty sure, looking at the colours of them, I don't think if there's any colour in them. I'm pretty sure Ardbeg, I've read somewhere that Ardbeg don't colour. Don't know why they don't put it on the bottle, but there you go. So on the nose of this one, this is different to the Lagavulin. This is a little bit more floral, perfumed, but at the same time it's smoky, it's earthy. It's like a floral basket on this one when you first put your nose in it. But the smoke's there, the campfire, the bonfire, the smoked meats, the smoky bacon, the charred meats, cooked meats, wood smoke. It's all beautifully inserted and blended into the back. There's a smoke, but up front at the minute on the nose, it's veggie, it's green veg, it's green pepper, it's peppery, it's grassy, it's outdoor. But it's again, the balance is wonderful of it. 50.8%. There's no kind of nip on any of them. You can get your nose right in there. This one is now developing. It's becoming a little bit sweeter as we go along. So that sweet vanilla, maybe sweet toffee, definitely a vanilla sweetness. Wow. Two fantastic noses. I think I'm giving that little battle to the nose, to the Ardbeg. I think it's a little bit more That little floral bits there, that lavender, is sweet. It's balanced, beautifully balanced on the nose. The Lagavulin's a wee bit more kind of sweet forward. It's more kind of that tarmac's there, that typical Islay there, tarmac, sooty, road tar. Whereas I think, don't get me wrong, it's sweet. There's some nice citrus notes there. There's lovely honey notes. But I think the Ardbeg just nicks that on the nose for me. But let's see how they go on the palate, guys. You know where these are going? I've put the t-shirt on them purposely for it. These are going straight down the hatch. So first one's up, Lagavulin 8, down the hatch. Soft arrival, so easy to sip. After a few seconds the intensity comes, it becomes peppery. It is a soft arrival, then it builds, the intensity builds, 48%. It's becoming spicy, peppery. It's spirit driven on this one. You would think at 8 years old, it's that you would expect that. But it's peppery, it's spicy, a little bit bittersweet, a little bit of dryness there as well. That sooty element, campfire, wood smoke, bonfire. Here comes the citrus fruit. Wow, maybe some grapefruit again with this. Grapefruit, lemon, lime, some balsamic, a little bit carbolic. Wow, let's do a second sip. It's becoming saltier. Salty, earthy, veggie. Wow, a little bit of maritime, a little bit of coastal, maybe some sea salt, a little bit of brine maybe. But then it comes, the sweetness really comes through. Heading towards the finish, it gets sweeter. The honey sweet, vanilla sweet. It's almost sticky, maybe even jammy, marmalade-y. The balance is wonderful, beautifully balanced between the fruit, the spice, the smoke. Real nice. Wow. Let's take a little bit of water with this one before we taste the Ardbeg. Cleanse the old palate. Okay, let's dive into the Ardbeg. Let's see what this one's got to offer. Colour wise, it looks a little bit darker, a little bit more colour there from those sherry casks, I think. There's refill sherry. So let's have a sip, side. Let's send this straight down the hatch, folks. Cheers. Again, a little bit softer arrival, then the intensity builds, it becomes powerful, intense, spicy, peppery. It's just pepper in the tongue now. Great mouthfeel, it's thick, it's oily. I think it has a better mouthfeel than the Lagavulin. Lagavulin's a little bit softer, a little bit thin on the mouthfeel. This is much thicker on the mouth. But straight up front, you've got those typical Ardbegs, the tar, the road tar, the ashy, the soot. Typical Islay notes, typical Ardbeg notes. But then once you get past that creosote, once you get past that, some burnt toast, buttery burnt toast. But it's so peppery, much more peppery, spicy influenced on this. Again, it's spicy, it's punchy. Then once you get past that, into the develop now, it becomes much more sweeter. The sweetness, the honey, the bit of honeydew melon there, some toffee, some pineapple, maybe some grapefruit, a little bit of citrus, toffee, vanilla, a little bit of sweet, but not off-putting. But it's very peppery. Let's try a second sip. Oh, that's so nice. Kind Little kick there at 50.8. It's gone a little bit salty, that second sip now. It's salty, but it's kind of salty popcorn. Comparing this to the 10, it's not as maritime as the 10. The 10's a wee bit more coastal, a wee bit more maritime. This is just got a bit of salt there, but other than that, it's the earthy, mineral, tarry, smoky, honey soaked, smoky bacon. But heading to the finish, here's where it goes, guys. It's just, funnily enough, it just reminds me of if I was doing a bourbon, I did a Kentucky one. There's a thing called a Kentucky hug. This is just giving me a little hug, but I think it's rather than a Kentucky hug, this is more like a bear hug. Real nice. Really surprised by this one. But here's the thing, heading to the finish, guys, it's peppery and it's getting peppery as it goes on. Getting spicier, but it's beautifully balanced between the smoke, the meats, the cooked meats, the salt. Everything's there. It's beautifully integrated. but I've just picked a really nice little chocolate note there. But with that chocolate and the pepper, it's like a peppery chocolate. I don't know if anything exists like a peppery chocolate, but it's so, so nice. Wow. I think the Ardbeg's just nicked it again, folks, on the palate there. I think it's just a wee bit more of a mouthfeel. There's not a lot between it. I think the Lagavulin's probably got a wee bit more notes going on, I think, but this, the mouthfeel, the thicker mouthfeel, the balance is great on both of them. I can't split them on balance. They're beautifully integrated with the smoke and the fruit and the citrus and the zesty elements. It's all there. Let's see if we can separate them on the finish. Let's go back to the Lagavulin. Doing a hatch, folks. As I picked it up there to have that last sip, it becomes on the, you can, as you take it towards your mouth, it's much more briny, it's much more maritime, it's much more coastal. But on the finish, it's long, it's warm, some spice, some ginger. It's so spicy finish. That campfire is there, the smoke's there, but it's sweet. It's like a campfire sweet. Again, I don't know if that's a thing either, but it's such a sweet, sweet finish. Some vanilla, some honey, some toffee. Real nice. Real nice on the finish. Wonderful. So let's see what the Ardbeg can do for us on the finish. Doing the hatch, folks. Long, lingering, peppery, spicy, black pepper, white pepper, a little bit of menthol there. It's got a little peppermint, little chocolate peppermint maybe. A little bit of chocolate there. It's honey charred, smoked bacon, campfire wood smoke. That little hug's there again. So absolutely wonderful. Two iconic, beautifully put together whiskies. Big props to both Ardbeg and Lagavulin. Now we've been screaming about age statements. It seems to be getting much easier now to put a younger age statement on the bottle. A lot of the distilleries are now doing it, which we're very thankful. Rather than putting them out as non-age statements, we'd love to see them as young 8-year-old whiskies. These are two fantastic whiskies. Both priced in the same price bracket, £50. The Lagavulin, I'm pleased to say, has now become part of the core range at Lagavulin. I'm hoping the same thing happens with this committee release from Ardbeg. I hope that now it's proven to be such a nice whiskey. I'd love to see this as part of the core range at Ardbeg. Maybe give the 10 a little run for its money. It's different to the 10. I think, as I say, I think the 10's a wee bit more maritime, a wee bit more coastal. I think this is a little bit more kind of, wow, floral, sweet, real, beautifully balanced whiskies. Both of them are fantastic. So, now the nitty gritty. They've been giving it, they've been slogging it out, they've been punching nose for nose, taste for taste. How are we going to score these two? So I think score-wise, I think there's very little between them. I'm surprised. I have done the Lagavulin 8 before. I've had that for a wee while. I've spent the last couple of weeks with the Ardbeg 8, so really getting to know it. Do I have a preference? I think, yeah, I'm going to have to pick a preference. I think I seem to be going towards the... Let's score them. So the score-wise, I'm going to give the Lagavulin 8. I'm going to score that 88 out of 100. Fantastic whiskey. Great core range. Yes, it's 48% ABV. It's now available in 8-year age statement on it. I'd rather now pick this up than go for the 16. I think the 16 is now just getting far too expensive. Remember, I could pick the 16 up for around about 45 to 50 pounds. That's changing. That's heading towards the 70 pound brands now. So yeah, I'd rather pick this up now because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I've had 2 or 3 bottles of this now. The Ardbeg 8, I'm going to score it 89. So I think the Ardbeg 8 just pips it. So I'm going to score this 89 out of 100. Just wonderful stuff. It's great to see Ardbeg with such a low age statement on it, which is wonderful. I know the wee Beastie 5s out there I actually prefer this to the wee beastie as well. I think it just gives a wee bit more complexity, a wee bit more mouthfeel. Gives me that beautiful bear hug in this one as well. But there's that sherry influence. It's taking me down the Yugi Dal road. So I'm loving the peat and with some sherry in it, which this delivers that. I think the sherry's giving me a wee bit more of the. Not that I'm picking up many sherry notes in it. I think the only reason I can think there's any sherry in it would be the colour. There's no kind of dried fruit, raisins, that kind of stuff in this, so I don't think there's a lot of sherry in it. I think it's predominantly ex-bourbon cask. So absolutely fantastic. So 89 and 88. So today's winner goes to the Ardbeg 8. That's pretty much for that one, guys. So if you've liked the video, you know what to do. Give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that button down there, guys. We're getting so close to that magical 5k. I think there's a possibility by the time the video comes out we might just have hit the 5k. So big thanks to everyone who's subscribed, big thanks to everyone who's about to subscribe. Just a friendly reminder from me to thee, it doesn't cost you anything, it's completely free, and you're helping the channel massively on its way to the magical 5k. So I'm hoping we're heading pretty soon to the magical 6k. So other than that, I'm Alan. I'd love to give a big shout out to all my Patreon folk. Thank you very much, guys. You've stuck through me through the last couple of years, thick and thin. You've not had much back from me. As I've just put a new ad into Patreon, I'm going to add, whenever I do a bottle opening or a bottle popping, I'm going to do it on Patreon first, so they will get the initial neck pour, first impressions. So just a little extra perk to Patreons. So big thanks to all those guys. Big thanks to everyone for watching. As always, I'm Alan. I'll be back pretty soon with some more peated whiskey. I'm loving this little peated journey. I'm having my eyes opened up. I'm really getting into it. And you never know, there may be a few more to come. So other than that, in the battles, you'll see more battles this year. That's it. I'm Alan. As always, pleasures in the sharing and send everything down the hatch. Cheers now, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.